Assalamu alaikum. Day before yesterday, we read these two stanzas, and I told you the surface meaning of these two stanzas. I told you that there are two meanings in the. Usually, the poem consists of two meanings. One is surface meaning, and another is deep meaning. So, day before yesterday, we talked about this surface meaning of these two stanzas. So today, for these two stanzas, I'm going to tell you the deep meaning of these two stanzas. Okay, we will go on simultaneously. है जो भी मैं दो stanzas पढ़ाऊंगी या एक stanza पढ़ाऊंगी, उसका मैं एक दिन आपको उसका मैं एक दिन आपको सरफेस मीनिंग पढ़ाऊंगी. चाहे हम इस टाइम दो स्टैंजाज पढ़ेंगे या एक स्टैंजा पढ़ेंगे या तीन स्टैंजाज पढ़ेंगे, एक दिन मैं वो दो स्टैंजाज की सरफेस मीनिंग बोलूंगी और दूसरे दिन में उन्हीं दो स्टैंजाज या तीन स्टैंजाज की डीप मीनिंग बोलूंगी. सो डे बिफोर yesterday we talked about surface meaning of these two stanzas and we read these two stanzas. Today I am going to tell you about what is in these two stanzas, what are these two stanzas actually about, what is this poem actually about, and we are going to talk about today the deep meaning of these two stanzas. Okay. Under a spreading chestnut tree, the blade smithy stands. The smith, a might man is he, with large and sinewy hands, and the muscles of his brawny arms are strong as iron bands. Okay. So, first of all, let me tell you the rhyme scheme of this poem. In this poem, the poet uses the rhyme scheme of A B A B A B. Do you know what is a rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme means कि कैसे ये sound last के words जो है कैसे क्या ये same rhyming sound निकालते हैं कि नहीं. ठीक है. Under a spreading chestnut tree, the blade smithy stands. The smith, a mighty man, is he. Tree, he. Okay. Stands, hands, arms, bands. So what is the rhyme scheme? The rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A B A B. Okay. I'm sure you might have you might have learned about this rhyme scheme in your previous class. So the rhyme scheme of this poem is A B A B A B. Okay. Thoroughly in the poem, in the whole poem, he uses the rhyme scheme of A B A B and A B. Okay. So, what is he talking about? The poem is actually what? The poem is actually about on how a common man lives his living. Okay, how a common man lives his life. How a common man lives his life. He works, he earns his living, he eats food, he goes to the church, he goes to the mosque. He lives the life of a normal man. He doesn't owe anything to anyone. He stands face to face. He talks to people face to face because he doesn't owe anything to anyone. The poem is actually about a life of a normal man, how a normal man lives his life. Okay, it's actually about that, and how honesty works and how honesty pays. आपको मेरी बात आ रही है समझ में? So here, first of all, let me tell you one thing. Mighty, large and sinewy, brawny arms, iron bands, they are all what? They symbolize hard work. They symbolize strength. आपको मेरी बात आ रही है समझ में? Mighty, large and sinewy brawny arms and iron bands, they symbolize the strength of smith. They symbolize the honesty. They symbolize how a normal man lives his living. He works very hard. They symbolize hard work. Okay? And so his hair is crisp and black and long. His face is like the tan. His brow is wet with honest sweat. He earns whatever he can and looks the whole world in the face for he owes not any man. His hair is crisp, black and long. His face is like the tan. His brow is wet with honest sweat. So here this stanza talks, this whole stanza is kya? This whole stanza consists of imagery. This gives us the image. Do you know what's an imagery? Imagery is a kind of this, can say, poetic technique. Imagery is a kind of poetic technique where poet uses words that arises image in your mind, that creates an image in your mind. That's an imagery. Okay, it's a poetic technique used by the poet in the poem, and with this the words he uses in the poem creates an image in your mind. Okay, his hair is crisp and black and long, so it creates an image in your mind. Okay, how is the village blacksmith, how he looks. Okay, his face is like the tan, his brow is wet with honest sweat. He earns whatever he can and looks the whole world in the face, for he owes not any man. So here it tells you about the structure, the shape, the facial expressions of what? A village blacksmith. He tells you how a village blacksmith is looking. Okay, how he is looking. His brow is wet with honest sweat. His brow, eyebrow, is wet with honest sweat. So here it symbolizes that he works very hard. Because whenever you work hard, you sweat, isn't it? Well, yes. Whenever you work hard, you usually sweat. So here this sweat symbolizes hard work. Sweat symbolizes hard work. He earns whatever he can. जो भी उसके बस में है वो कमाता है. Means he puts all the efforts in earning his living. He puts all the efforts, whatever he can. जिस तरीके से भी उससे हो रहा है वैसे वो कमा रहा है. ठीक है. And looks the whole world in the face, because he owes nothing to anyone. He doesn't owe anything to anyone, and it is the reason that he looks face to face to the people. He walks proudly because he doesn't owe anything to anyone. He doesn't have, he has not taken loans. Usually, you see rich people, they are always worried. You know why rich people are worried? Because sometimes rich people take loans from banks, and क्या होता है कि जब टाइम आ जाता है, they are not able to pay loans, or they are not able to pay wages to laborers, or they are not able to pay this. Sometimes it usually happens with rich people. You observe that rich people are always worried. Not poor people, middle class people, they earn their living, normally earn their living, eat their food, and go to sleep, go to church, go to mosque normally, okay, like a normal man. Rich people are often worried about their future, about their work, and rich people have no time for worship. You usually, I'm not saying always, but somehow you just observe that rich people have no time to pray. Okay, rich people have no time to pray, whereas the normal man he earns his living, he takes his food, he goes to mosque, he goes to church like a normal man. Okay, for he owes, and you see rich people are often, they owe. Rich people क्या करते हैं, often ज़्यादातर नहीं, लेकिन usually क्या होता है कि these rich people take loans from banks, and with the passage of time, when the time is over, when they are not able to pay loans, and what happens, they are worried. You have often heard in Kashmiri there is a proverb that's called kami khemo gami hemon. So no, like a normal man, live like a normal man, earn your living, go to mosque, go to church, help people, don't owe anything to anyone, don't take loans. ऐसी सिचुएशन अपने लिए नहीं बनानी चाहिए कि कल को आपको प्रॉब्लम हो जाए. ठीक है. So you just have to work for yourself, you just have to work for your family, you just don't have to expect more. whatever जितना भी आपके बस की बात है आप उतना कमाइए, उससे ज़्यादा आपको कमाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आपको मेरी बात आ रही है समझ में? जितना ज़्यादा आप कमाते हो, जितने ज़्यादा आप होते हो उतनी ही ज़्यादा आपको लालच होती है, एंड विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट होती है. ओके, सो ही पुट्स ऑल हिज एफर्ट्स, जितना उससे हो सकता है उतना वो कर सकता है, उतना वो करता है. ही इज लिविंग ही इज लिविंग लाइफ ऑफ ए normal man. He lives life of a normal man. So we will stop here. I hope you have got these two stanzas, the deep meaning of these two stanzas. Tomorrow we will take up next stanza, and till then stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.